Hey, so because my friend is needy, I figured I should post a show results video. She's been demanding and demanding, so I'm gonna do it. And yeah, so Clash of Colors and Battles of Breeds was actually like really fun. It was very competitive, like small classes, but the quality of the horses that were in there were absolutely phenomenal. Um, I did fairly well, especially my customs, and my resins did decent. I don't have all of the horses that were in my show string video just because I ended up shipping them out to their owners. And there's a few horses that you haven't seen. So overall, I'm proud of my horses, and so let's get started. So through the smoke, as always, he does me proud. He got a second and Nan card in the light gray class. So he's up to 4 Nan cards. He's Nan every time he's gone out, and this was his first one in workmanship, so I'm super, super proud of him. The judge loved him, and then another Angelica Nelson piece took first. A horse I actually stripped for my friend who owns it, so crazy. And then Fix a Heart got a first in the Mini Bay class. Super proud of her. Her old owner was there, and she was like, she never places for me. But so she placed for me, and that's, I'm proud of her. All That Jazz in a really competitive dark gray glass got a third. I know the horse that took first was a Cover Girl by Jen Scott, painted by what's the artist's name? Carol Williams. And then the second place horse was a Chemo Sabi, painted by what's her name? Sarah Mink. So, I mean, he did really well considering. And then Crybaby in a decently sized full class got a 6th. So it was interesting. I'm not sure what took first. The Moment Explodes did not place, and neither did Moxie, because supposedly he has ear tip rubs, or main tip rubs, which I find really odd because he has 3 Nan cards in workmanship, and he was perfectly fine when I put him on the table. And we checked and he doesn't have any, so I'm like, okay, judge, whatever. Crying in the Club in a decently sized Tobiano class, he got a 2nd in a Nan card. I'm not entirely sure what beat him. I really wasn't paying attention due to judging 2 divisions and managing 4 people's horses. And then Queen of Swords did not place either. Apparently she looked really yellow and green under the light, so I don't know. Like Lightning, as usual, got a first in the Palomino class. At first he was the only one up there, and then they went and put a few more others up with him, but the judge really, really liked him. Can't Do It Solo was also in the dark gray class. We decided where to put him, because there would have been, obviously, light grays like Andre, and then a bunch of flea bitten grays. So she said put him in dark, and he got a 6th. So I'm not going to complain about that. Real Friends did not place, which I thought was very, very odd. My friend's Oliver got a 4th, I believe, that I was proxying for. So I find it really odd that he didn't get anything. And then Sexy Dirty Love was up against Crying in the Club, and he got a 3rd. So I'm like, what was that first place horse? What was it? I want to know. So I can be like, so that's the reason I didn't get 2 Nan cards. But then Rotten to the Core also did not place. It was very odd in the full division. I personally would have placed him over him, but that's just me. So we'll move on to customs. This girl, who you guys haven't seen yet, this is No Greater Love. She's a Gruya Dungaree painted by Creations by Nay, the show host. And so I picked her up there, and she got a 2nd and Nan card in the other realistic, I think, or other dilute. Then October Song, who was also painted by Renee. I got him a while ago. He got a 2nd in the Palomino class. So Renee was very happy. And then No Promises. Since the customs are small enough, I'll pull them out. He is, maybe if I can get a better grip on my phone here. You can tell he has a little, he's a hair by hair roan. Because I showed in the amateur too. I wasn't going to, but then I did. So in the amateur artist, he got a 1st, and she messed up, and she didn't apply to get it qualified. So if she had, yeah, but then he got a 2nd in Nan card in the roan class, and the horse that beat him wasn't even a roan. So I was very confused. It was like a Gruyere, and I'm like, that's not a roan, just because the head's dark and the body's light, but whatever. Spartan didn't do as well as I had hoped, and he fell over. He got a 4th in the normal class. The judge was like, the other horse that got the 1st was a Django resculpted, and it had black hooves. So maybe I'll fix him. And then my mule that I had painted got the 2nd, but he's on his way home to Scotland. Savini in the other color class got a 3rd. I'm not sure what beat him. Ruby I showed in amateur and the normal one. So in amateur she got a 3rd, and then the full she got a 5th. We'll go to Endgame. So this is Endgame. I painted him like the night before the show, I think, is when I did him. He was very rushed, but I love him. He has a very boopable snoot. He got a 2nd in the amateur, but nothing in the normal division. Topaz right here. Let's pull her out. I knew the judge was going to love her because the judge tried to steal her from me a while ago. So in amateur, she got a 4th, and amateur was judged by Karen Gearhart. And then in the full division, she got a 2nd in a Nan card. And in Calypso, my baby, in the amateur class, she got a 2nd. I'm really, really wishing it was Nan qualified. But then in the dark steel gray class, she got a 1st in a Nan card because the judge loved her. And my friend's Alvarozo got the 2nd, so that was a nice little sweep. And then this guy who you guys haven't seen, his name's Dancing Through Life. I'm not going to say it in Spanish because it is actually translated. Yeah, so this is Dancing Through Life, and I painted him literally in a night. I primed him at 11 o'clock. I need to fix his eyes. His eyes are really bright. But I primed him at like 11 o'clock in my bathroom. And then I put like 2 layers on him. My friend and I went to the store. We got back from the store at like 3:30 in the morning. And then I refused to go to bed until I finished him. And so in the amateur class, he got a 2nd in a Nan card. And then in the Bay class, which was huge, he got a 1st in a Nan card. So I'm very content with that and all my Nan cards. My customs did really, really well. As you can see, there's more Nan cards for the customs than there are anything else. But, so, yeah, that was it. No overalls, no champs, no, nothing like that. But, I'm not gonna complain because this is just winning enough for me, and, it's helping me, like, grow as an artist and get feedback and whatnot. But, yeah, so, those are all my placings. I am still waiting for one horse to come in, before I do an end of the year collection tour. If he doesn't get here by the last week of December, then I will just do one, and yeah. So, yeah, that's that. Thank you guys for watching.